Yo, 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 yo. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Today is the 214th episode. Yes, you like it? I love it. And this is the In Your Face show. And I'm here with my good brother, you know what I'm saying? My guy,
Hey,
the
everybody.
stuntman himself, Mr. Anthony Pagliaro. What up with you, brother?
What's up, buddy? Long time no talk.
I've been busy, baby. I've been busy, baby. Yo, so how's your day going, man? How's your day going? Also, introduce yourself to the people. Go ahead, brother. I ain't here to stop your shine.
Well, my name's Anthony. I go by Stuntman. I'm an actor and professional stuntman. Started doing background and stand-in work, and it just eventually has been nonstop in the filming industry. Um, Moving my career up and up and on and onward. Been awesome.
That's right. That's so right. So right. So brother. So how's life going for you?
Going pretty good. I just got done doing or my first voiceover came out not too long ago, and it was at I think it was like 2.4 views within the first 2 days. There's going to be a second one of it coming out, and I can't wait to start filming that one. So it's
Awesome.
definitely a change going from being seen on the camera and being on the TV to being, a figure like a cartoon, little person walking around.
I saw that on your page, man. I'm like, oh shit. That's something I've been working on too. We're gonna talk about that.
Okay.
But man, I wanted to talk to you about this, man.
Okay.
Like, man, how many years have you been doing all this acting thing? How many years you been putting in that work?
Oh boy. So my first actual BG or background role was in a TV series called In Plain Sight, and that was
hmm
filmed here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and that was back in 2000 and oh boy, I think it was like 2007, 2008, and I've been doing it ever since. I just fell in
Mm.
love with filming. I fell in love with the career, the people that you work with. Um, I don't call them friends. I call them family because they're always there. They're always checking on you. You just they're always there, and it just feels like one big family.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Pretty soon I'm about to get a taste of that. So it's very fun, very fun, very fun. So man, being a actor, man, do you feel that being an actor is hard, or do you feel like it comes and it goes?
It's always hard, just like when I was doing professional mixed martial arts when I was fighting in the cage. If you're not nervous, if you're not scared, then you should stop doing it. And every role that I audition for, every role or anytime I step on set, if you have the nervous jitters, you have that like, am I going to do this right? Am I going to be okay? Am I going to? No matter how many times you rehearse it, how many times you overthink it or think you're not doing it right or oh I'm going to do this perfect. It's always a learning experience. I don't think it'll ever get past that. And when I get to that point, that's when you know you need to stop because that
Mm.
means your head's gotten too. Putting it nicely, your head's gotten too big.
yeah. That's how things happen. So you know, from the last time we talked, right?
hmm
So being an actor, what are your pet peeves? What do you feel that needs to be done before you go out there and do your set?
One is to know your character. You have
Right.
to study your character, study the mannerisms, or watch movies, watch TV series that the character you're playing is in. Learn off of that. Make phone calls. Get a second opinions. Never, never sit there and dwell. or overthink your character, because that's when you're gonna really mess it up, because you're so in your head and you're not gonna be able to be the best person or the best character that you're going out to be. So I always say get from other actors, even BG people. I mean, surprisingly, BG people know more about the character than sometimes an actor or an actress does. Because they're there, they've been on sets, numerous sets, so they see everything, they're around it, and even though they're not acting or speaking, they're seeing how that person is acting or doing their movements. So learning from them is a big step too.
Right, 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 right. Wow, that's the best way to put it about that. Woo! Yes, you can be nervous. Oh man. Oh boy. When I first got that call, man, I was like, what? I wasn't even thinking. I wasn't even expecting. I was just like, okay, I'll get, I'll go for it. You know what I'm saying? Because that can only happen because of God. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
That can only
100%.
happen because of God, man. And that can only happen by you just basically, putting in your work and just going to the grindstone and being the
hmm
best that you can be with it. You know what I'm saying?
I always tell people that are going into the acting business or going into the actress or whatever they want to be, don't do not be yourself. Don't try to portray somebody that you're not. Don't make yourself bigger than what you are. Because once you get onto set, people are going to realize you're not. So you have to be honest with yourself, be honest with them. And in return, you'll build more relationships, you'll build more experience. People will want to talk to you more. You can learn more. Never, like I say, never get the big head. No matter if you're an A-lister, B-lister, C-lister, you're there because of a reason. So why would you want to mess that up? Don't get the big head and swole head.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So for the people coming in and being actors and being stuntmen, what are the things do you get to the people that want to do stunts? Like, what was, matter of fact, what was your first stunt that you've ever done? I've always wanted to ask you that, man.
So, um, my first actual stunt in a movie or TV series, I actually got kicked through a door. Uh,
Ah,
I mean, a lot of people say, well, you got kicked and punched and thrown into a cage and you got punched and everything else in the cage. I'm like, that's not a stunt. You're actually getting hit. You're actually getting punched. You're actually getting slammed. Whereas in movies and TV series, it looks like you are. There's no in the cage. There's no line pulling you backwards. There's no mat that you're gonna fall onto that's cushioned. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have a big face plate that somebody's gonna punch and it's gonna cushion it. It's real. It's not fake. Um, Stunts it's a very hard career to get into. Um, you have to. I think personally, stunts you have to do more training and more classes than you do as an actor, because
mm,
stunts you have to know what that actor is going to be doing or not doing. So that way,
mm-hmm.
when the actor comes on set, you can be like, all right, I did this. You can do it this way, but don't turn your face this way. You have to know what that character is and beyond that character, because if you mess it up, it looks bad on the actual character, which there goes your job. So you have to do a lot. You have to do a lot of training.
Ah, man, 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 man. So you got a comment, Mr. Stuntman from Philip Nelson,
What's up, Philip?
and you got a comment from Christopher Mc, McManus.
Yeah, there you go. What's up, Chrissy? Nice to see you guys. So Chris is actually down in Georgia. He's over
Oh wow.
over out of Atlanta.
Oh wow. 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 So he's an actor as well, right?
He wants to be, right, Chris?
Oh Lord, man. So where are some of the places that you went to as an actor to act in? Like, what are some of the countries you've acted
Most of my films and most of my acting experience has been here in Albuquerque. I've gone down to Florida. I've gone to Philadelphia. I've gone to Colorado, um, Virginia. What was the other place I've gone to so far? There's been two other states I haven't gone to yet, but I will be going, and I can't say anything about those because the NDAs. You can't say anything until you finish it.
Right, 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 right. So, you know, you being an actor and everything, when people see you in movies, do you get people coming up to you like, "I saw you in that movie. I saw you in this movie."
you know, I didn't before, and I was telling my mom about this a while back. I was actually walking around Walmart, and you know how you get that feeling like somebody's staring at you or somebody's following you, and you look
Uh
back and
huh.
nobody's like, oh, that's nothing. There's nothing but it. Well, I was walking around Walmart this one day, and I noticed these like group of family following me, and I'm like, what what are they doing? So I purposely made a cut down an aisle just to see if they would follow me, and they did. And I'm like, why are they following me? So I was like, all right, I got it. So I went down the next aisle, and then I ran to the following aisle just to see if they would go there, and they did. And I walked up behind. I was like, do I need your, can I help you? Is there a reason why you're following me? They're like, were were you were you on Big Sky? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, can we get a picture with you? And I'm like, sure. So that was my, I can say that was my like big, like humble moment. Like, wow, I'm actually making it type kind of moment. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right.
Hmm.
Like, have anybody asked you for your autograph?
Not yet, other than family and friends and people that I've worked with, but nobody that I don't know hasn't asked me yet. No.
Okay, okay. So, who are some of the biggest people in the industry that you've worked with?
I've worked with a lot. As far as the biggest people, I would have to say is Ethan Hawke,
Hmm.
Chris Pratt, Denzel Washington. Um, who was the last ones I did with? Ronnie Belvins. He was the one that was on Conjuring. Bam Margera, the pro skateboarder. Um, let's see, Jensen Ackles, Jared Padalecki, Mark Shepard. I mean, I could name a bunch of them.
Mm, hmm hmm Man, that is a big list of people that what I'm saying. You could be like, okay, you can call at any time, you
Hmm.
know, and that's the best way to go. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. And so like being able to work with those type of people, did you have to like deal with a lot of their egos, or did you have to? Was they very hands on?
You know, a lot of the people that I've worked with have taught me a lot. I've worked with, I'm not going to say their names because that's just, I'm not going to do that. I've worked with two people that they have that big head mentality, and as I like to say, pardon my French, but they think their shit don't stink. Um, and, and I mean, yes, you learn from them because they wouldn't have that big head if they didn't work to get up to that. But
Well,
at the
yeah,
same time, you have to know, yeah, you've worked up to that, but what about the people behind you that helped you get up there? You're not up to where you're at for no reason. Yeah, you had a lot to do with it, but the people behind you actually, pushed you even more than you yourself did.
right,
Um, so I've learned and not I've learned what to do and what not to do. And one thing is to always be humble. And as as the Lord says, you have to be humble because you never know when it's going to be taken away.
that's right, that's right. Always humble, because you never know who you're talking to one day. You could be talking to
Exactly.
somebody very big, and they could just take your career to the next level, or you could be talking to somebody and it could, you know, mess your life up.
Exactly.
But so question, Philip Nelson has a question. What is the most dangerous stunt you have done?
Most dangerous stunt? Hmm. I would have to probably say a high fall. And I
Ooh.
actually had to jump, I think altogether was it one story or two story? It was either one story or two story jump, but as I jumped, I actually had to flip on the way down. So I wasn't
Oh.
just falling or jumping off. I was flipping as I was going down. And
Ah.
at the last second, you have to flatten out so that way you hit the airbag that you land on. And if you don't
Hmm.
flatten out or you land wrong, you're pretty much paralyzed or don't even wake up. So yeah, I would have to say that was probably the most scariest I've ever done.
Oh wow. Woo. Mm. Man, like, ugh. What are some of the most painful injuries you've gotten doing something? Being stunt.
Um, Knock on wood. I haven't had any painful ones with stunts as of yet. I think I was injured more doing my professional fighting than I was doing stunts so far. But I got 40, 50 years to go, so you never know.
You know, okay, okay. On to the fighting. You know what I'm saying? Being a fighter, man. What was the most gruesomest thing you've had to do when in the an octagon?
The gruesomest thing I had to do.
Matter of fact, what's the most hardest thing you had to do that the opponent wouldn't let you do, but you was like you had to just force it. You had to, you know what I mean?
I would have to say that the hardest thing I had to do while fighting was I actually had to fight a teammate.
Damn.
Um, he left our gym to go to another gym, and the fight card that I was on, my opponent backed out. So we were like, well, hey, we got this person, and he changed his name. So I didn't know it was him until he walked out, and I was like, oh crap. And even though he was at a different gym, and even though he was an opponent, it was still hard because I knew him. I trained with him. He
Damn.
was my brother. He was my fighting brother. So it was hard actually punching him or actually kicking him. Yes, we fought. Yes, we shook hands afterwards. We had a beer afterwards, but it was still hard. I could see it in him and he could see it in me that it was hard for us to fight each other. And that's something that a lot of people don't know about being in the octagon is yes, it's fun, it's exciting, and you see people get beat up, but it's also hard on the fighter because you don't know that person they're fighting. It could be their best friend, it could be, for example, another teammate. So it's definitely mental. Being a fighter is definitely a lot of mental.
A lot of mental.
Hmm.
A lot of mental. So, being a fighter, you know, what are some of the craziest injuries you've gotten while being a fighter?
Um, the craziest injury I've had, other than a broken nose or an injured rib, but the most I had was actually from a grappling tournament. I was fighting my ex-coach. We were doing it for the troops. We were doing the Randy Couture down in Vegas, and we both went for the same move, which was an ankle lock. Well, his was deeper than mine, and before I tapped, my ankle snapped.
Oh wow.
So I think that was the biggest injury I had while fighting.
Damn. He didn't even do it on purpose. He's like,
No, he didn't. He felt like crap. The video of the actual grappling match is on my YouTube, and you see him just he's shaking and he's looking. In the video, it was a live video, of course. You can see him look over at my coach and be like, "I'm sorry, it snapped." And we're like, "Hey, it happens. Nobody can say, hey, I'm going to snap your ankle today.' You know what I mean? It's
right,
movement. You never know what's going to happen."
right, man, right. So, what are some of the saddest moments in acting that just moved you?
I would have to say there's two. Um, I wasn't an actor at the time, but I was looking into being acting and looking into stunts, and that's when Bruce Lee passed away. Um, he was a big inspiration with all his. He's very. He was a very humble, collective. He knew what words to say and how to say them. Um, his motivational speeches, his training. He was just a big inspiration. Um, as far as the second person, I would have to say Robin Williams. Robin Williams was he was an all around person, all around guy. He was humble, never got a big head. He was always making you laugh, making you cry. I mean, he was everything. And when he passed away, it kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? I would just say it was a shooken and shaken moment when they announced that he had passed away.
Wow. You know. So, crazy thing is, right? You know, I didn't know you was a lot. You was damn. I didn't know you was born when Bruce Lee was alive. That happened in the 80s or 70s, right? Right?
So I was born in '81.
Mm, damn.
So
Yeah. That.
that should tell you my age now, right?
Yeah. Ooh. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. So of course, yeah, that happens. That happens. So Texteros. Who's a Textera? Who's Textera? Textera said, "Hey, what's up? What up? What up? What up?
What
What up,
up?
Textera?
Oh,
What up with you?"
I gotta say one thing though. Hold on. Since if my buddy Chris is watching, um, who's gonna win the Super Bowl this year, huh? Who's gonna win, huh? Who's gonna win?
I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't. That's why I turned my head. I don't even want. I don't want to see those Eagles. I'm in Eagle Town too, so I can't stand them. But it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Everybody loves the Eagles, right? Everybody loves the Eagles. Whatever.
You know, I was a Giants fan for a half a game, and that's when I can tell the story how I became an Eagles fan. So growing up, I'm originally from New York, and growing up, my uncle was like, "Hey, you want to go to a football game?" I was like, "I mean, what 10-year-old wouldn't be like, oh yeah, let's go to a football game." So it was actually the Eagles versus the Giants, and the Giants were ahead. Then the Eagles came back, and the Giants were ahead, and the Eagles came back. Well, it was tied in the fourth quarter. Giants made it down to the 5 yard line. Eagles intercepted it, ran it all the way back for a touchdown, and I was like, I'm an Eagles fan. And ever since then, I've been an Eagles fan, you know. And everybody's like, "Oh no, you're just on the wagon." Really? So you're talking about Reggie White, you know, Charlie Gardner, Herschel Walker, Randall Cunningham, Vic. I mean, I can name players on there from back in the day. They're like, "Oh, yeah, you're not on the wagon." I'm like, "Come on."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude. I'm not even. I don't even like them, and I don't even cheer for them. I know the whole team. I don't know why, but I'm. Yeah, I'm Trey's son, by the way. What up? What up? What up? What up with you? By the way, but you know, oh man, you done startled me with the Eagles. All right,
Well, yeah, I noticed the red on your headphones, so I was either thinking either Chiefs or the night.
I'm a
Oh,
cowboy. I'm a Dallas Cowboy, baby. So hey, you
oh,
gotta go with it. We're gonna come back. We didn't do good
oh.
last year. Don't worry. We're coming back this year, though. We're gonna get y'all. Every last one of y'all teams that beat us, we're gonna get y'all. Don't worry. We're gonna get you. Whole new team, whole new staff. We coming.
There's only one thing I can say about the Cowgirls. I mean the Cowboys. Um, only one thing I can really say about the Cowboys though. It's
What?
every time the Eagles and the Cowboys play, they always show each other respect every single time. They're the
Yeah,
only I've noticed that with.
yeah. Because we both hate each other so
Yep.
bad. It's just the fans that I can't stand. The fans that I can't stand. I can't stand them. It's it trickled down to that. So I mean, so I mean, that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? But anywho, you know. Oh yeah, we're doing sports talk too. For all the people that want to join in sports talk, we're gonna talk. That's a new segment that we're gonna start building on the show. Sports talk, where you can come in, you can talk all the trash, and we're gonna have a trivia questions and all of that good stuff. So sports talk, be there, be square. It's for women and men. So if the women want to come in and start talking the trash, they can come in too. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But don't come in there or you're going to get trash talk. You know what I'm saying? you know, but my man, what is the most happiest day you've had being a being an actor?
Hmm. I would say the happiest day is I was on the set of Walker Independence. I was cast on that. I was also a stand-in. I was sitting at my trailer, hanging out with the crew, and I hear this voice, and I'm like, I know that voice. Why does it sound familiar? And it kept getting closer, and they're like, and he said, can I get a lighter? Because back then I was smoking. He's all, can I get a lighter? And I'm like, one of those. I hate to say, I had a starstruck moment, and slow, I did that slow creak, and I was like, uh, uh, yeah, here you go. And it was Mark Shepard. He was he
Oh,
played Kylie on Supernatural,
uh huh,
and it
uh huh.
couldn't. I like froze, like I couldn't. I was picturing myself saying something, but it wasn't coming out, and he was all, "It's okay, it's okay, you're fine." I'm like, ah, 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 and I couldn't get the words out. I was like, "Sit down, it's okay." But after that, after working with him on that show, and we're so mad that it didn't get picked up. We had that whole first season, and it was one of the highest viewed and highest watched, and then nobody picked it up after the first season, so we were all pretty bummed about that. But after that day, he's a very, I won't say quiet, but he's a very intimate actor. He'll talk to you. He'll explain things. If you have a question, he'll try to help you the best he can. He wants little people to succeed. That he wants little people to get to where he is. As he says, I want you to take my job. And I think that was the happiest I've been, and it just showed me that not all actors, not all actresses are big people. They're
Right,
just
right,
normal
right,
people, and they want to help and they want to be there for you.
right. And I got a question. Have you ever told somebody your have you ever told people your that you was going on this movie, right? And you thought a lot of them were you thought some of them were your friends, but some of them was like some people would be like their mood will change towards you.
Putting this nicely, being in this industry, you learn. I can't say this industry. Being anywhere, you learn who your friends are and who your true family are. And being in this journey of becoming an actor, doing stunt work, you have to know when to say you're negative, get away. I don't want to talk to you. You don't need to be around here. Um, and it's been hard. I've had to kick a lot of people out of my life because of that, but it's also helped me get rid of the stress, get rid of the drama, get rid of the negativity. So it helps me concentrate more on getting to that next level. Um, and one of those people, a lot of people in the industry know, a lot of my family know, a lot of my friends know. I got rid of my biological father because he was that type of person. I was even fighting. Every time I posted about a fight that I had coming up, or a challenge that I had coming up, he'd make the stupidest little remark on, comment. Well, what's that going to get you? What are you going to do after that? It was always a negative comment. It wasn't like, "Oh, good job, son," or "I'm proud of you," or anything. It was I never got that, and I had enough of it. I said, you know what? Peace out. I don't need you in my life, and I've had to do that with a lot of people. So yeah, I've had that. As we like to say, haters gonna hate, but they're the first ones to buy the tickets.
Man, you know, what was it like to see your first movie like just take off? What was the first movie that took off in your that in your mind that took off for you?
Um, I think the first movie that took off for me, that I was not just a stand-in and I was actually doing a stunt or doing acting in, was the movie I did with Theo Rossi and Ronnie Belvins, and that was Squealer. I've seen my face in TV series, I've seen him in movies, but seeing your name go through the credits at the end of the movie with those big names, it's a holy crap. Look, that's my name. It's another, it's like another, as we like to say, or as Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles like to say.
Yeah,
So that was a big move.
that's awesome. That's very awesome. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see my name in some lights, man. Can't wait to
Hmm.
see my name on the credits. Can't wait to. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's crazy. Um, you know what's wild? Like, um, I got my first gig. You know what I'm saying? My first gig, acting gig, and I'm a little nervous.
It's good to be nervous. It's good.
I'm a little nervous, but like this character is like how can I say this? This character is right up my alley. You know what I mean? And it allows me to bring out my dramatic side, my the sides that a lot of people don't get to see because I don't show it a lot. Um, and I only show that when I'm about to whip some ass. You know, about to kick some ass, and
So,
you
so
know,
you
but
have to be able to play yourself, in other words, right?
basically, I'm playing myself most of the time. You know what I mean? I'm playing the mean side of me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say myself. I would say parts of myself, like the way I can't just go too deep into it with with the people, but I'll give y'all a little bit. He's very, how can I say this? He's very cunning,
Mhm.
very cunning, very cunning, and with this character, I don't smile a lot. But you know me, people who know me know that I smile a lot. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I'm goofy. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not really gonna be goofy with this character. I'm gonna be like, you're an asshole. You know what I'm saying? So just know when you see me on screen, you know what I'm saying? Don't take it personal, all right? But yes, we will be shooting soon. It's gonna be a blast. It's called Scarecrow. And it's going to be a great movie. Great day to do this, man. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm excited. This is my first one. I'm blowing that motherfucker out the window, out the water. I'm going for it. I'm gonna try to play the shit out of that motherfucker. But
Mhm.
you know, enough about me. You know what I'm saying? Enough more about you. You know what I'm saying? See, you know, what do you feel that a lot of what do you feel that in acting today that a lot of actors don't have versus the acting back then?
I think the biggest thing, and as much as people are probably going to say, no, that's not right, I feel actors back then did it because they loved to do it. They did it for little money. They did it for no money. They did it because they loved their career, their job. Um, Nowadays, you have actors and actresses turning it down because, oh, I'm worth more than that, or why would I want to do that role? It's not. If I got called for a role or if I got called for a job, yeah, I'll be there. I mean, you can never learn enough. You can never
Mm,
know. Every day you wake up, every day is a learning experience. Every day you walk on set is a learning experience. Yeah, you might crush that role, but that's something to tack off. Okay, I learned from that. So when I get another role, I can bring that one into the following one,
mhm, mhm,
and that's how
mhm.
I see it.
Okay, okay. So while you're being a well, what are some of the jobs that you will not? Some of the acting, um, some of the roles that you will not take that you say no to.
The biggest one, I'll play any role. I mean, I love to learn. I love to play anything. But the biggest and hardest role I think I would ever have to do is if I had to play. I don't know if I can say this or not, but being a pedophile, I could not do that.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, nope. That
No, sir.
I will not. Nope. You could pay me all the money in the world, and I'd be like, "F you, no."
Nah, can't do it. Can't do it.
Nope.
Mm-mm. See, and that's the thing, man. Like with this care, with the way things are, there are a lot of people that's uh willing to do anything for some money. You know,
Mhm.
and I'm like, man, listen, like, no, like, if I'm being asked to do a gay role, and I know I'm not, not gonna do it. Nope,
Mhm. And
can't do it.
and and there's the second side to that money issue is too is, yeah, know your worth, but at the same time, if they're going to make you say, for example, if you go there and they're going to pay you 218 or 318 a day, but then they ask you to do a stunt, you're like, no, I want to get paid for that stunt, because
Hmm.
then you're not just being an actor, you might harm yourself, and there goes the rest of your acting days.
Hmm.
So I want to get paid for what I'm doing.
Right, because Lord knows what you're getting yourself into, and you do a stunt, a big stunt that could basically take your life away, and then you might not live to see it or even get the
Mhm.
money. You
Yep,
know,
exactly.
and so you want to be compensated. You want the people with your family to be at least compensated for you doing this role and doing this stunt. Because I understand. I got a question. What is the most embarrassing thing you have ever done while acting?
Not going into too much detail, but I've had to get I've had to have a hard one a couple times. A little intimacy. I've had to play a romantic role that was really
Oh,
difficult to do.
oh, ooh. I've always wondered, right? In the sex scenes of movies, I've always wondered. I've seen movies where like people are fucking in the movie, right? But I've seen in some movies where niggas have their pants on and it ain't nothing's up there. and the girls have a skirt on, covering everything, they ain't fucking. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this shit cheesy to the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, like, this shit cheesy to the motherfucker. But then I saw other movies where they were getting it on, like motherfucking, you know,
Mhm.
putting in work. And I'm like, damn, you rated R for a reason. You know, so I'm like, what is the sex scenes like in the movies? Are they like, do you have to get aroused for these movies, or do you have to like just
It
lay
all
there?
depends on it depends on the movie, of course. It depends on the actor and actress. Of course, you both have to consent to it. That's the biggest thing. Um, some movies, even though it looks like they're actually doing it, they're not. Um,
Mm.
Other ones, yeah, they're wearing a condom or they're wearing some type of protection and they're still doing it. And there's other ones like I did where you get to that certain point and then it cuts. So
Oh, okay. So if you have an accident or something happens, nobody can see it. Gotcha,
exactly.
gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Don't, we ain't gotta go deeper into that. We ain't gotta go deeper into that. So you know what I'm saying? I understand, baby. I understand, brother. I understand. No deeper, no deeper. You know what I'm saying? So, what is the most? What is? What was the most hardest thing you've ever had to do, and the most embarrassing thing you ever had to do while fighting?
Ooh, the most embarrassing thing I've had to do with fighting. Mm, I can't think of one off the top of my head, believe it or not.
Oh, there's a lot
Mm,
of them, huh?
no, no.
Oh, like damn, you trying to
I
kill
can't
yourself,
say.
ain't you?
I don't know if it's really I can't say it's embarrassing, but it kind of was at the time. Is when we had to do photo shoots. You know,
Oh, that's not
like,
embarrassing.
yeah, having the gloves on or not having certain things on. I think that was probably the most embarrassing. Getting over that fear of people taking pictures of you like that.
True, true, true that, true that,
Even
true that.
though we were doing selfies and sending it to our girls or sending it to guys, going back and forth, but it's different when people are actually click, 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 click.
Right, right, right. You know, what was the craziest thing that ever happened while on set?
The craziest thing that's happened while I'm on set. Um, the craziest thing that has happened while on set, I would have to say watching somebody else doing a stunt and them being lifted from the car and then going to a helicopter. I think that was probably the
Hmm,
craziest.
wow.
And not in a good way, like the stunt wasn't them getting out of the car and then lifted within a helicopter. No, it was them being lifted out of the car, everybody around, and then seeing them, take off from the emergency helicopter. I think that was the craziest I've ever seen.
Oh wow. Ah, damn. Well, he fucked himself up.
Hmm.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, you know.
Luckily, he made it, but yeah, I think that was probably the craziest. That made me second guess staying in stunts. But
Uh,
got to do it. You got to do it. You got to get over that fear.
so, who are the people that motivates you while on set and just off set?
Um, there's only one person, and I get emotional when I talk about him or think about him. and that was my poppy. He he was my best friend. He was my dad. My and as far for people that know Poppy, us Italians call our grandfathers Poppy. Um, but he was everything to me. He taught me how to hunt. He taught me how to fish. Um, he was very sorry. Um,
No, go ahead, take your time.
he was just there when he needed to be,
Right.
and he was there when he didn't need to be. I could go,
Hmm.
I could talk to him about anything. He never yelled. He had that. Yeah, I'm talking about you. He had that voice to where you knew when he was pissed,
Hmm.
or you knew when he was mad at you. Um, but he was also the person that taught you and made you learn from your mistakes. The one story I like to say or I like to tell people is back in the day, everybody liked to skip school, and who didn't? As a senior or as a junior in high school, who didn't skip school? Come on. I mean, name one person that didn't skip school. Um, well, I skipped school a couple times,
We all
and
did.
yeah, and I went I went back, and Poppy was like, "Hey, so what's going on at school?" And I was like, and this is the day that I skipped. I was like, "Oh, we know we did this. We went over here for chemistry class. We went this, did practice for football, and I went to practice for baseball." And he goes, "Oh, practice went good, didn't it?" I was like, "Oh yeah," and he knew I never missed practice. And so he tells me, "Hey, my boat's across the street. Can you go? I want to I want to anchor it down. I want to get some cement and everything." He goes, "Can you go dig the hole for me?" And I'm like, "Sure, Poppy." I didn't think anything of it. He's all right. I want it this big, this square, because that's how the cement's going to go in. The pole's going to go there. I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I went over there and I dug it, and I was there for like an hour, 2 hours, digging the hole, making sure it was the depth and the width that he wanted it. And I came back in. We ate dinner, and we're sitting there, and he goes, "You know what? I don't think it, I think I'm going to put it in the backyard." And I looked at him and I was like, "What, Poppy?" He goes, "Yeah, I think I'm going to put the boat in the backyard for the winter." I'm like, "So what are you going to do about the hole?" He goes, "Well, go fill it up for me." And I looked at him. I was back then, being a teenager, I was so freaking pissed and angry and mad. It's like I just dug this hole, made it perfect, you know, it clean. Now I have to go fill it back up. And I'm like, what the? So of course I walked over there, son of a bitch, god damn it. I'm pushing all the dirt back in, patting it down. I ran back in the house all pissed off. And I took my shower and I'm laying in bed. He goes, "Hey, you know, hey Anthony, come here." I'm like, "Okay." I was still pissed off and angry, but I was calmed down a little bit. He goes, "So, I'm gonna ask you again. How was school?" And I said, "It was good." He goes, "Do you want to go dig another hole?" And I said, "No." And that's when I told him, I was like, "Hey, I skipped, but I did go to practice." He goes, "Oh, yeah, I know, I figured you went to practice because you don't miss those, but why did you have to lie to me about skipping school?" And I don't remember exactly what I said, but then he told me this. He goes, "You know why I made you dig that hole?" No. He goes, "Think of every lie that you've ever told. Think of that hole. Every time you tell a lie, it gets deeper, doesn't it?" And he says, eventually, that lie's going to catch up to you, and you're going to have to bury it. But by burying it, you're going to have to tell the truth. So what was cool? He never spanked us. He never spanked me. Never yelled at me. He just made me do things to make me think about the mistakes that I made and to learn
Oh
from them.
wow. Yeah. Yeah. Some of us we got ass whooping. Some of us we got ass whooping. Some of us we got punishment. Some of us we got ass whooping. Yeah, we don't want to do that again.
No, definitely not. Definitely no.
I mean, hey, I'm quite sure you got an ass whooping. I'm quite sure you got a spanking before. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying? Quite
yeah.
sure. So I mean, we all got to get our asses whipped. You know what I mean? But at least you learned your lesson. You know what I'm saying? So you know, so where do you feel that your career is where do you feel your career is going? Where do you feel that, you know what I'm saying, your career is taking you?
Wherever the Lord takes it. I get up every
Right.
morning. Um, I do auditions. I submit to auditions. I submit for roles. And for every 10,000 or 50,000 submissions you do, or for every 10,000, 5,000 auditions you do, you're gonna get that one phone call, and you never know when that one call is gonna be. So you gotta do every audition, every submission as your best. Um, and eventually, yes, I'm not gonna lie, I won't. I would love to be an A-lister. I want to reach that, but right now, I'm at where I'm at because of the people that I've worked with, because of the people I know, because of the reputation that I've made with people. And I want to continue that. And who knows? I might not ever be an A-lister. I might be a C-lister or a B-lister. But at least I know I tried my hardest, and I had the Lord and my poppy with me the whole time, and that's all that counts.
You know, that's the most that's the best way to put it. The most awesome way to go about it, because always having God in everything you do, you're gonna get there eventually. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get there eventually. Maybe a little old, but you'll get there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Hey, I will get there. We all will. Well, as long as we keep God together, as long as we keep God first and put Him first, there's nothing that can be done. Also, hold on, rewind, 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 rewind. Hold on. For all of you that's in the comments or that's watching, can y'all do me one favor and like and
Hit the
subscribe
like
to the
button.
hit the
Hit
like
that
button.
like button. Hit it. Hit it. Come on.
Hit
Make
it.
that thing a
Come on.
habit.
Hit it. Like and subscribe to the channel, you know, to the YouTube channel for me, and to get all that is in your face show. Y'all know what to do. But um, man, I was always, when we last did the other interview, um, I remember you talked about your time in the military, and I've always, you know, I've always wanted to be a soldier, man. And when you talked about being a soldier and being in the military, it blew my mind, and I always wanted to do that. Like I can't wait to do a movie that have me doing military work or whatever, have me as a soldier. I'm gonna be ecstatic because I would love to do it. You know what I mean? I would love to do it. That's on my bucket list, to do something that has to do with do with soldier and being a soldier. Because I got a lot of people that are real soldiers that can teach me, and I got the stuff that my dad taught me, and uh, shit, I'll be the greatest soldier, be the greatest actor soldier there is. Man, like, hey, there's nothing wrong with it, you know. But I'm actually, I'm proud to have you as a friend, man.
Yeah, we made some connections and definitely stay in contact, buddy.
Oh
And
hell
like I
yeah,
said,
hell yeah.
you
What'd you
got
say?
my number. Call me and text me. Anytime you need help with an audition, I can read for you, or I can give you some insight.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna need some rehearsal too. I'm gonna need to rehearse with somebody very soon anyway. So I mean, hey, and so but I am so thankful, man. So thankful to be given an opportunity to do shows with you guys. There's just people like you, man. doing shows like this make it worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? It teaches me how to conduct myself. It teaches me how to be more humble. It teaches me to be even more humble, even keep going, keep pushing, keep moving. You know, keep my feet going, and to always give God the glory, always stay there, always be there. You know, and I'm thankful and I'm grateful to have you as a friend.
Same here, brother.
You
Same
know,
here.
and it wouldn't be done. It wouldn't be great if it wasn't on the In Your Face show, man. The In Your Face show is the place to be. And if you don't hear me, hear the people that's the guest on the show. They'll tell you they like it. They love it. They
They do.
love the In Your Face
That's why I
show.
keep coming back. You got some in your face, and you got to keep coming back for more.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? And the greatest part about being on the In Your Face show is that more eyes get to see you, and
Oh, this crazy.
everybody gets to see you.
But guys in the middle,
Yeah.
brothers.
And that's the best part, man. I actually love doing this. This is passion. I don't do it for the money, but I know it's going to come eventually. But I do this for the love of it, and for the fun of it, and for just because God is in it with me, and I love it. And it's fun to do it. Hey, we're gonna get there eventually. Just
That's right.
continue to put God first and continue to keep going. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? But you know, so what's next? What's next for you?
As of right now, I have nothing lined up that I can talk about right now. Um, but I'm just doing a lot more training. I've had auditions just this last week. I had 4 auditions in 2 days. So I've signed with a new agent since I've seen you, Furgon Mayer. He's in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And now I have a management team that's out of LA. Uh, and it's been crazy. Like signing with that LA management, that was when I said, "Oh crap, I'm getting there." Because LA is where everything's at. Well, not don't take us personal, LA, but not anymore because it's all burning down. But LA is where everything is happening. That's where all the big names and big stars are.
Right. True that. True that. Eventually. I mean, it's crazy. I've been seeing that Hollywood is not the only place that
Mm-mm.
what I'm saying that has the big names. Atlanta, New Orleans, New Jersey, all those places.
Here in
New
in
York,
Albuquerque too.
Albuquerque too. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? And I would love to. I would talk to you after the show, bro. And I would love to talk to you about some stuff that I'm doing, and I want to get your opinion on it.
Cool.
And oh, by the way, I was sent by Trey. What up? What up? What up? Hey,
What's up?
Buffet. I just want to let you know, let y'all know. I want y'all to please like and subscribe to the channel to get all that is the In Your Face Show, and hit that notification bell to get all that is the In Your Face Show. And if you want, we would like to, come promote your show, come promote your businesses, promote your products, like clothing lines, all that good stuff. Your songs, you're a rapper, singer. If you want to promote your event, if you want to get interviewed, I am inbox me and what I'm saying. Inbox me. We'll figure out what you want to do. Figure out a little price. They're not like that. It's not. You know. You got the time. You got the chance to be on the In Your Face show. I will be able to. I will have you on the show. Don't worry. The show is always popping. We always here. But, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you would like to get your interview, Lilo Stitch, one of my favorites.
Do you see all my
I'm just,
stitches? Got them in the background.
I will do Trey House. And yes, if y'all would like to get your interviews, I am open every night, every day, all day. So I even summertime, springtime, fall, winter, let me know. I'm always open. So for the last and ultimate time, thank you, Lord, for this opportunity. Thank you, Lord, for just being there with us, and thank you, Lord, for just gracing your show with your presence. Because without you, this can't be done, and it shall be done. So thank y'all for watching. Because without y'all, man, we wouldn't be making it. You know what I'm saying? This is all love. This is all about just getting the content out, getting people on the show that really want to make the difference, really want to take their careers, and really want to help bring this thing up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're here to do. We're here to bring you up and not bring you down. That's the slogan for the day. We're here to bring you up and not bring you down. We're here to lift you up and always make you smile. There you go. There you go. There you go. I had to bring that. I had to give you that. I had to give you that slogan right there, just to leave that little taste in your mouth, so that when you come back, I give you more. So, if you really want, if you want to get your interview done, let me know. If you want to promote your show, your anything you got, I'm your guy. Yes, I am the best, the very best. So, with Mr. Pagliaro, the stuntman, he is and will always be. Well, yes, you know what I'm saying? You're here to show some support and here to subscribe. Hey, let the people, let your people know, their people know, our people know, and we'll get there with each other to let them know to subscribe and like the channel. Because we on our way to 500, we on our way to making money, we on our way to getting this done and growing together. Because that is what it needs to be: togetherness and love and happiness and peace, because that's what God wants. And then whatever God wants, He gets. So, thank y'all for watching. It's been well. And it's been the In Your Face show with Mr. Pagliaro. And we out of here. Peace.